Man after my own heart. I don't even know, like, what's this guy talking trash? He's not even ranked in 1v1.
I know, like, who is QuanticHyun? He must be on the
This
B team or
guy.
something.
This guy. No, this is Ohana, so it definitely has his work cut out for him, regardless of who he's playing against, as Ohana is very difficult to make Zerg work on, especially in Heart of the Storm, man.
Alright, I'll let you do start intros while I update the score here.
All right, down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the match, it is the yellow Protoss, hailing from the team .SCA. AiuR, he is down in a very, very fast defeat. Unfortunately, his cheese was scouted and went crushed.
And his opponent, spawning the top left, it is red, it is Quantic, and it is appropriate for Hyun. I don't know, I know it's kind of a nerdy caster thing, but I love when the player colors sync up with like the logo of their team. I don't know, maybe it's just
That's
me,
pretty
but
cool. I agree. What color is the .SCA logo?
it's like
I honestly
bright
forget.
blue. It's
Okay.
either bright or dark blue, I don't recall offhand, but... Man, I don't actually... Side note to this, .SCA, they're kind of like close friends of ours, guys, who've interacted with a lot of their players, that's why we're giving them a bit of love here, but they came up with they recently spent some actual money on doing a player overlay for their players. It looks so good. It is seriously like Pult, I think, is like the #1 coolest overlay I've seen.
Yeah, dude, that picture, holy crap.
Theirs is a close second,
So
I
good.
have to say.
Alright, so I'm taking bets in the chat. What do we have percentage-wise?
We need
Do you
to
guys
get-
think we're gonna have a soul train up in this Ohana?
We need to get like the NASL bot, how they've got the actual bets. I don't know if you've ever taken part in that.
No, what is that? That sounds awesome.
It's like a point system, yeah. For those who don't watch the NASL, first off, you should watch the NASL. But they've got a bot that, like, you can put bets in, like, okay, I bet $50 on Hyun, or not dollars, points or whatever, and the bot tracks everything and awards them at the end of the game.
Dude, we have to incorporate that.
It's so complicated, I have no idea how to do it, but I thought it was
Oh,
so cool the first time I ever saw it.
I'm gonna look for it. If I have some time tomorrow, I probably won't. Maybe on Monday.
Well, it's quite funny, too, because, like, recently there's, like, the Newbie Friday thing with Grey Torp and Lauren Elise, and people are just betting everything on whoever Lauren Elise comes across on ladder, because they know she'll lose.
That's so mean, but awesome at the same time.
It's funny. I mean, like, NESL, I guess, they got some cool production stuff, but okay, Forge coming up in the back of the base. This isn't something I've seen from anybody but Grubby, and, like, I don't know, since Wings of Liberty. I don't know anyone else who really does this. Forge behind the mineral line in the main. It's the safest place to put it, and it's also not so quickly scouted. Because right now, Hyun, okay, he sees, oh, there's no Forge, and he's going for a fast expand? You know, like, what could that possibly be? Well, let's punish
Especially
it.
seeing the gate first. This could actually force a couple of lings from Hyun. A couple more than he would want to make if he does decide to punish it. Only 2 more being constructed. I like that decision. Especially considering he did actually just see the cannon go up.
Yeah, and again, like the thing about this too, we'll probably see the Cybercore go in the back of the base too. And I really like when players do this because sometimes, not often, but sometimes, you know, that 10-second finish from like level 3 weapons or like the warp tech being a second away, it can really cost you a game. But okay, Zergling's coming in here. The drones are, or sorry, the probes are more than enough to hold this off, so he could be a bit annoying. Actually,
Yeah,
he is
but
actually.
annoying he will be as the first probe does go down. Quite unfortunate.
Kind of like having his own set of Reapers, I guess. Just get into the mineral line, and AiuR is not doing anything about this.
It's two pros have died.
He's pulled.
This is like the circle of death.
He's pulled
We
his
just had-
probes. I mean,
Alright.
there we go. Both times were a little bit late before, but this has been irritating, I have to say. It hasn't been since like poker strategy days with Chef that I've seen someone be so effective with 2 Zerglings.
Fly's pretty good too. Nurtio as well if he does manage to get lings in. Seems like all the Acer Zergs like love doing this, but
Wow,
we cast
another
the Circle
probe.
of Life earlier with Simba. This is like the Circle of Death, man.
4 probes picked off already.
Yeah,
So
with
effective.
2 frickin' Zerglings.
Meanwhile, Hyun with 3 bases up. I mean, he's not going to get anything else in here, but these 2 Zerglings are still pulling probes off the mineral line. AiuR has just got to be struggling and get so mad right now. I would be. I feel this is the Protoss equivalent of, like, as a Terran player, you know, when you build the barracks and it gets picked off by, like, a worker harass. This is what I feel
Yeah.
like the Protoss equivalent is.
But this is like 10 times worse because you've lost 5, what is it? 4 at this point. And look at this mining time, he still has 3 workers left mining. And all this time, Hyun is actually scouting, he's getting valuable intel. You need
is he
space to be
doing
able to
the
put
gas?
additional gates down. Hyun has his Overlord position behind the natural. That will eventually like move into the natural to scout.
Well, the stalker is finally coming out. What I feel is almost a little too late, so we'll shut this down finally. But man, 4 workers, so much lost mining time, Panda. I can't even get over how effective these 2 Zerglings were. Like, these are the MVPs of this game.
Yeah.
And AiuR is actually a Grandmaster player. For those who might be confused by what's happening right now, this isn't like bad play on his part. It's just Hyun getting in there with 2 Lings and being incredibly micro-intensive.
Soul Train! Alright, we have an Immortal first. There is no Observer out, so we will be seeing some delayed variant of a Soul Train. Hyun actually moving in to scout this.
I mean, the thing is, this is still a tried and true build. It's questionable now in HOTS because you've got a couple new things that can help hold this off, but the reality is you're still going to be stuck with mostly roaches to deal with this, and it's not fun. The Immortal is freaking out on my screen right now. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it was on mine as well.
It's like, I forgot how to legs, apparently. But 3 bases for Hyun with a monster economy. I mean, what I've seen best work against this, Snute throwing down like, 12 spine crawlers, no problem holds this off. Hyun is in a position where he could easily do that if he scouts this coming early enough. Meanwhile, though, I mean, AiuR still doesn't have much in the actual main base. A lot of this was just because he was forced to build at the natural. He did not want those Zerglings scouting what was happening. Did he actually scout the Robo? I'm curious to know. So that was never revealed. But he'll know. The Overseer is morphing in. He'll get in here and see everything that's coming down. And 3, 4, 5, 6 gates. Are we going to see number 7?
We should.
Come on, bro.
Or even 8 if he really goes balls deep. The second Immortal is going to be... Oh no, the third Immortal is going to be out relatively soon. We should see Warp Prism follow this up. Meanwhile, Hyun does scout all of the additional gates, and yeah, there is the 7th that you were talking about.
Hyun coming out across the field, though.
He's already good at position to defend this.
Well, this is what you want to do. You want to catch your opponent with this force in the middle of the map, not when you're defending at home, and not when he's defending at home. And if you can catch even a couple sentries just with this initial force, he's going to be looking so much better at home. But Mothership Core are going to help zone this out and make this so annoying.
Yeah, and there's that Warp Prism. We should have an offensive pylon behind this as well, just for backup. If that Warp Prism gets killed and you don't have a pylon on the map, it just like your heart sinks as a Protoss player.
This Mothership Core hasn't really killed anything, but not only is it scouting everything, it's harassing everything. So many of these roaches are low and nice time warp, but it's the behind he's got to worry about. Nice force fields, though. Look at that positioning between the trees.
A lot of force fields going down, though. And this is force fields he can't use later. Hyun has the supply. Hyun has the larva to be able to remax on top of this.
A big problem, too, is the big gaps connect like that. Not something you can afford to let happen, but some beautiful warp for some micro, I have to say. But man, it sucks. He just got caught with his pants down in the middle of the field. And while Hyun can't break this at home with the Immortal still living, oh, he might actually be able to snipe one if AiuR's not careful. Yeah, some panic force fields as we see here going down. This is not looking good, Panda.
Yeah,
the
he does have 5, 6 force fields at his disposal, but with only 2 Immortals against this many roaches, and +1 is going to finish up relatively soon too.
Nice force fields. A little preemptive, but that's still okay because it's still doing what they need to, and that's denying this. But AiuR now getting hit from 2 fronts, has to watch the back and the front. The Immortals can't get in because of the building placement, actually.
Yeah. Hyun attacking from 2 angles. The Observer is out right now, so that will help, but the robotics facility is actually depowered, so no Immortals will be on the way. And
he needs these Immortals so badly. The sentries are really effective at those force fields, but if you've got no damage behind them with the Immortals, well, who cares? Yeah. Meanwhile, Warp Prism coming to the 4th, to the 3rd. Should be able to warp in some Zealots and do a bit of harass. Hyun kind of realizing this is starting to hit home. I mean, the damage has been done. He's delayed so much production here out of our Protoss player, and AiuR is just not looking so good right now.
Mothership Core here as well, tickling the roaches like a boss. Roaches decide they don't like this and go attack the base again.
39 roaches. Man, these force fields are not too bad, but there's just not enough Immortals.
Very nice force fields here. But yeah, as you were saying, the damage just isn't there.
Oh, Zealot warping from behind, actually. Yeah, very nicely catching a couple with those force fields. Doing a lot more damage to Hyun. But this is that classic, like, am I watching Wings of Liberty with one brand new unit introduced? The Immortals getting surrounded. This could be it for AiuR once he loses both these Immortals. GG! And Hyun will go to the finals, folks.
Yeah.